welcome to Harmony Baptist Children's Corner. My name is Dave. This is COVID Home Edition 32 for November 22nd, or as I like to call it, COVID Home Edition, the last. Yeah, that's right, this is the last one I'm going to be doing because starting next week, November 29th, we're going to be live streaming our service from the actual church during the service. So I'll be at the service and I'll do the children's story during the service. So you can catch us on YouTube and still watch the same way, but just gonna have to watch the service, the live stream, or you can catch us later, or you can actually come to the service itself into the church, come to the building and see this children's story right there. All right. Parks. I work for Parks. A lot of you know that I work for Parks. And I'm starting to get, people are starting to say, what do you do in the winter in Parks? You don't cut grass. Well, right now, we're still, we're blowing leaves and mulching leaves, still doing that, and pruning trees. We're still doing that. It's a good opportunity to do that because we don't get chances otherwise. But as soon as the snow falls, then I will be in a Parks plow. Now that's not like a street plow. I go out and I do the park's pathways. Every park has a pathway through it. That's my job, to plow the pathways and make sure people don't slip. And I plow them and I salt them, and I do, I have a route that I do every day. Go out and check every one and make sure it's not icy and set it up. So that's my job. So it's a neat little tractor. It just fits on a sidewalk. I like it. I really like it. But we have other machines. We have like a front end loader. And we have DZ trucks, and we have, and then we also got like a backpack blower, and we've got pole saws and chainsaws and air blowers. We got a lot of equipment, a lot of neat stuff, that I didn't always know how to use this stuff. So I had to get trained, and I would be trained on it, and I'd say, I don't know how to use that, and they would, okay, well, and you say you have a training, or who wants to be trained on chainsaws? You put your hand up, and so it was good. I got trained and stuff. But if there was something, and what I liked about my job, still like about it, is if there's something that I'm not comfortable with, I can say so. Say, for instance, they call me on the radio, and they say, Dave, would you go to such and such a park, and there's a couple of bins been dropped there, a couple of cans of whatever it is, just grab them up, throw them out in the garbage. And that's a normal thing. People dump garbage in the park. I don't know why. Why would you dump garbage in the park? But it happens a lot. So, yeah, sure, okay, so I drive to the park. Now, if I get to the park and I see these two pails of whatever, and I go to pick them up, and I see that there's like a green slime oozing out of it, I'm a little bit wary now, and I don't want... Now, I can say at that point, I'm allowed to say, I think that's dangerous. I'm not going to do that. And so I'll call my boss and I'll say, yeah, I think it's dangerous. I think, there's some green slime oozing, and I think it's dangerous. I don't want to do that. Say, okay, or if there's a job that they send me to do and I think it's not safe to do, I can actually have a work refusal. I can say, no, and they'll bring in the work ministry, the Ministry of Labor, or whoever, and say, check it out, and say, yeah, he's right, that's not safe, So there's different things that I have options. But I was thinking about that this morning. Actually, this morning I was thinking about that, and what about firemen? Suppose a fireman goes to fire. And there's people in there, we know there's people in there, and you go, oh, wait, it's on fire. That's dangerous. I ain't going in there. It's on fire. You kidding? What are you talking about? It's on fire. Work refusal. It's on fire. It's not safe. Firemen can't do that. That's not an option to them. They've been trained. I get training. They get training, but they still can't say no. No. They have to do that. That's part of their thing to do. Now, because of that, there's a certain thing about firemen. They grow close to each other. They have a brotherhood. They know they have to protect each other, and that they are protected by their brothers and sisters in the fire. Like other firemen and other firewomen. They're a group, and they're tight. And they've got the fire hockey team and the fire baseball team. And they've got their own little club. And this is a good thing. It's good for them to feel safe with each other. And they get training, special training, how to run through a smoke-filled room. Yeah, don't, but that's how they do. They get training. And I was thinking, that's kind of like a Jesus follower, a Christian. Basically, as a human, there are certain things that are expected of you. You're going to be polite, and you're going to be nice, and you're going to follow laws, and you're not going to steal, and you're not going to kill people, and you're not going to, and these are things you have to learn, through training, whether somebody trains you or a teacher or, a book, what do you call it? a manual. There's the word I was looking for. You're like a manual, those kind of things. You have to be trained. You can be trained just like I was trained at work. The same thing. You get trained how to be a human. But then, over and above that, as a human, there are certain things we just say, no, I don't want to do that. No. And we could do, give to people and this kind of stuff and charities and that kind of stuff. But as a Christian, these are kind of things we're kind of expected to do. We should be doing. And there's things that we have our manual, we have the Bible, and we have teachers that teach us more about that. And we're just expected a little more of us. And I think that's good. I think we should be expected more of. I think we have our own little group, and I think we should trust each other. And I think we should be tight, and I think we should be able to not dump on each other and not criticize each other. In fact, that's what Peter was saying in his letter. I told you guys that. Peter says, don't pick on each other. Your fellow Jesus followers, have room for them. Put them under your roof at night and give them food and treat them special. And that's what he wants us to do. And I think it's a good idea. So do that with your fellow Christians. Treat them special. Treat them right. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. Before I leave, I want to do that one thing. But yeah, I know what it was. It was what Peter said. Peter, in his letter we're talking about, Peter said this to fellow Christians, to Jesus followers: you should, with Jesus in your heart, always be ready with an answer to those who question the reason why you have the hope you have. Always be ready, having Jesus in your heart, always be ready with an answer to the question of why you have the hope you have. Now, the hope we have, for me, my hope is peaceful life, joy, happiness, happy family, good secure job, a roof over my head. These things are all, I'm entirely blessed with these things. God is really taking good care of me. And other things that I hope for. I hope for my family to have safety. And then there's even the little hope for life after death, eternal life, that I'm going to heaven. I'm going to hope for that, So there's a lot of things to hope for. Now, I should be ready to explain why. I think I can. I think if somebody said, what are you doing? And actually, because I've seen it all my life. All my life, these things have come true for me. These things have been real. They've been consistent. They've been constant. God is love. God will always love. And I can say these things because I've got a lot of experience. You guys are young. You don't have that many years. I've got 60 years. Some of you have got like 6, But what you need to do is be that person, that Jesus follower, that you think is the best. Okay, just like if you're growing up and you want to be what's the perfect family? Man and woman, 2.5 kids, a dog, and a picket fence. Well, you should be that perfect Christian. What's a perfect Christian? Well, Jesus. So let's follow what Jesus does. There's a great idea. You should just think well, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? That's a really cool idea. What would Jesus? WWJD. I think I should patent that. WWJD. What would Jesus do? That's the secret, guys. So go hang around other Christians, hang around other Jesus followers. Don't criticize them. Be good to them. Treat each other like a special club, because you are. And always remember, try to do what Jesus would do. All right, that's it. Next week we'll be live on the live stream. I'll see you on Sunday morning. Take care. Love you guys lots. Ciao. Oh, one other thing. I don't know if you noticed over the last 32 weeks, but right here, there's been something different every week. And I tried to make it absolutely different every week. If you go back, I might have repeated once or twice, but I don't think so. So that's just kind of a neat little thing if you ever... All right, ciao, bye.